I'm just loving this loop music, and I'm glad some people got a chance to take a look at some of the things that went up this week. The lesson for Two Lutes. This is dumb. Well, let me tell you what's going on here. It's really Thursday because I'm out on a plane tonight heading to New York. But by the time you're seeing this, it's probably Friday. Maybe later. Depends on when you look at stuff, you know. Broke out the lute, and that's as close as I could get it tuned today. Yikes! See, those things are supposed to be an octave. Oh well. That's what happens when it sits around for a year with neglect. You know, in the olden days, they used to play them with something like this. Anybody have any idea what this is? I'll give you a hint. Well, wait. This is not going to be much of a hint. Yikes! Okay, that's enough for an out-of-tune lute. Okay, the mystery gift arrived in my mail today, courtesy of Scott Butler. Any guessers? Okay, but yeah, also you can't really play the lute with nails, and I was thinking, well, if I really want to show these guys a little lute stuff, I'm gonna have to cut off the nails, but just can't do it. So, because then I couldn't play the guitar or make any lessons for you guys anymore. Okay. Well, this is a pretty cool thing built by Dan Hatches in New Mexico. Although I think he's in Seattle now, and very light. You can probably tell this. It weighs. Look, I can hold it pretty much with 2 fingers. I just can't quite balance it. But beautiful maple ribs on the back, and tied-on frets, which help the tuning be really bad and tough. So beautiful rosette. You can probably see some of the carving that is in there. I'll get a little reflection off the outdoor light. But carved right out of the top. So this is what they were playing 500 years ago. And oh yeah, I have a few more lessons lined up for stuff like that. But what I really want to talk about today is a few things. Some of the stuff that came out. I want to talk about Dave Nachmanoff a little bit, and hope people will think about checking out Wiley's concert in Texas. I believe there's a streaming way to do this. I think it costs $1 or like some kind of a donation. Hopefully Wiley will post that info as how you can tune in to Dave's concert over some commercial internet streaming network. I don't have the details, but I just caught a glimpse of a message that came through. So hopefully you guys have an idea of what I'm talking about. But that was it. I just want to talk a little bit about IGC. Oh, the piece I played, by the way, you've seen me floating this book around a lot. Well, it's missing a back cover now. So you're missing a few other tunes. Oh, it has this beautiful Fantasia by John Dowland. I'm not going to try to fake my way through that right now. Alonzo Mudada, de Mudada. Mrs. Taylor. Now, Mrs. Taylor is a pretty cool one. I might try that in a few minutes. Let's see, what happened this week? We had another look. I keep wrestling with, should I put out more of us working on? But every week we make cool strides in what's happening there. So anyway, hope you guys are enjoying eavesdropping on Sandy's lessons, especially the last, and who knows, there might be more of the Eagles. Probably not. We'll see. What else? We had Vanessa. Thanks for a little more Shawn Colvin. Sonny Came Home. Very cool tune. Very kind of spooky with what's going on in that song, but still really cool. And let's see. Did I have another song? Oh, the guide to music, to reading music. That is coming along. Hopefully, people now can read in the key of A. Can make it sound pretty looty. Well, anyway, let's see. One more of those coming up. We're going to get to the key of E somewhere down the line. Well, that wasn't really what songs sound like in the key of E. That's what blues sounds like in E. Well, sometimes. But we will get to the key of E soon, and then we'll start talking about minor keys, and we might get to something like this. Oh, I played this last week. Just such a beautiful minor piece, of course, along with another one there. Okay, a little bit of IGC news, and I think that thread that came up about what is going about songs is great. I will try to help come up with maybe my top 10 list of different tunes. I love some great suggestions so far. And I'm not sure about Dave's tunes. I'll have to check those out a little bit more and see how realistic they are. I think everybody's got to know Tequila Sunrise and Comfortably Numb. There would be a good jamming tune, because it's something that people, and like the Neil Young songs, like I said, you know, some of those are really fun to have people solo over. Yeah, I think Comfortably Numb's got to be on the list. I wanted to answer a question. Pink Moon tuning. This was a great idea. Why would you tune the guitar down and then capo it up? Well, you're not tuning it down a whole step, like just to everything into D, and then capoing it up to the second fret to put it in standard E. That seems kind of pointless. But there might be a lot of people, like Nick, that maybe leave their guitar in one tuning for a while, and in that same tuning come up with a couple of different songs, and they need to be at different places to fit his voice. So the tuning he used for Pink Moon, he used for a couple of other songs around that time, and they were not all capoed at the same place. So it wasn't just a happenstance, fluky thing. It was a tuning he was familiar with and liked and used in other tunes, and then put the capo wherever it seemed appropriate for what was going on in that song. So hopefully that takes away a little bit of the mystery. I think that is all I want to go through right now, because I'm going to pack and try to catch a flight at midnight or 11 o'clock or something like that. So I decided I would take a little bit of Thursday afternoon and put out the Friday news, and maybe next week things will be back to closer to normal.